Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So we're in the BMW 760 Ally today, the 7 Series E66, and today I'm going to be replacing all of the interior lighting for some nice new LEDs. Now this is something that I like to do to pretty much all of my cars. I think it makes the interior look a lot more modern, and it kind of serves a few purposes really. You know, for one, LEDs are generally much brighter, and they're actually more energy efficient as well, so they won't use as much power, which is kind of just like a secondary benefit, you could say. But yeah, well, I'm not gonna ramble on. We're just gonna get stuck in really. It's not a difficult job. It just involves removing a bunch of trim panels and popping the old regular, what they called, halogen bulbs out, and then installing some LEDs. So let's get cracking. Oh, before we do get started, if you're wondering which LEDs I'm going to be installing, they are these ones just here. They are from Premium LED Store. I've installed these on all of my BMWs, never had an issue. They come with 12 months warranty, so if you ever have an issue, you can always get free replacements. And yeah, I generally like the quality on these, so if you do want to get yourself some, there will be a link down in the description box below. Now, let's get started. Now, because this is a BMW 7 Series, we have lights absolutely everywhere. So, let's take a look inside. We have lights in, I believe, each footwell. So, obviously, both in the front, and we also have them in the rear as well. We have the usual dome lights, so in the front and in the rear. We have a light in the glove box. We have lights for the sun visors, which are not working. Let's see if this one works. No, that could be either a bulb issue or a wiring issue. That's going to be interesting. And then we also have a light on each 4 of the doors. And then we also have 2 in the boot as well. Just kind of ignore all the mess. I'm going to get onto that at a later date. But today we are going to be replacing the lights. So I guess we should actually start with the lights that aren't even working, and that would be the sun visor lights. So in our box comes a trim removal tool, which is quite handy. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop the light out. There we are. The bulb does not look like it's blown. So do we have a wiring issue? Let's swap the bulb out anyway. The sun visor bulbs. Oh, maybe it was. That's strange. Or maybe no, because it was pretty well fitted. I was going to say maybe it was just loose, the bulb, but interesting. Works now anyway. There we are. Perfect. Now with the front dome light, I'm not actually sure how this comes out. Sometimes you can just get away with removing this clear trim piece and then you just pop these out, but you can end up damaging some of the connectors if you do that. It's easier if you can remove the whole thing and then you can just like twist the bulbs out. So I think I'm going to pop this piece out first. Oh, came out easy. There we go. So if you take a look on the back of here, we have the 3 bulbs themselves. All you need to do is twist them 90 degrees and you can pull the bulb out. Then if we just get our front dome LEDs and then install them into the bulb holders and then twist them back in. And here's 3. And does that work? Oh, Oh yeah, it does. Yep, all three are working. Well, the middle one's like a gradual fading one. Right, now we just got to work out how this goes back in. That's it. That's easy enough. And there's all that back up then. If you are wondering, you have to put this trim piece back first because this one goes on top of it. But yeah, I think we'll move on to the glove box next. And for the glove box light, very easy to do. Just gotta pop the light assembly out. There we are. There we go. There we are. And just pop this back up. Sorted. And then with the footwell light, it's pretty much the exact same. So just gotta pop the light assembly out, pop the bulb out, and then reinstall the new LED. Now, I'm not going to advise you to do it this way. I'm going to advise you to disconnect it, you know, unplug it first before you do this. It's the proper way, but I'm just being lazy, I guess. But yeah, just pop this back up in here. There we are. Trim piece is loose. It's definitely some screws missing from this. Huh. As he says that, he finds a screw on the floor. That makes sense. Again, we'll look at that at a later date. Now we'll do the door puddle lights. Again, just pop it out. Pop the original bulb out. Remove the hair. Don't know why there's a hair in there. And then install the new LED. And I've also went ahead and replaced the driver's side footwell light as well. And all of the other door puddle lights. Next one I'm going to do then is the footwell light in the rear. So a little bit different, this one. I believe it just has a clear cover over that you need to pop off. Don't want to break it though, so I need to be careful. There we are. Is that removed? Oh, it's an easy one, this. Just pop it out. So now I can install the LED. There we are. And the cover can go back on. Sorted. Okay, so now we can tackle the rear dome. It's pretty much the exact same as the front. And we also have two lights here as well for this mirror. So yeah, we'll probably have to pop the entire trim piece out. But yeah, let's just go for it. Let's see how it comes apart. Okay, this part comes apart separate. There we are. That's this panel. Please don't break. What was that? Okay. This is getting complex now. Took half the car apart to get to this. There we are. Is this really worth it? Well, we're doing it at this point. Right, let's pop these bulbs out. They're probably very hot. Okay. Okay, so I have all of these trim pieces back in. Why is that not working now? I think it's just because the ignition isn't on. Yeah. That's working now, which is good. I'll make sure the mirror still twists. Yeah, it's not supposed to twist all the way around, is it? Yeah, that closes, that works. I've installed the LEDs into here, so this should all work once it's plugged back in. Let's just test it. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Just the final piece of the puzzle. This. Finally, that was a bit hairy. I just kind of half expected to just like break all of the clips on this thing, and if you're wondering what that is, by the way, that's this headrest. Whenever you put pressure on the seat, it seems to think that there's someone sitting in there, so it lifts the headrest up for you. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm guessing these pieces are not cheap to replace. So yeah, it was a bit scary removing some of these, but yeah, everything is now back. Like I said, everything's working. See 2 mirror lights replaced, and all 3 of these replaced as well. Sorted. And now all that's left is the 2 trunk lights. Well, that doesn't sound too good, does it? I have a feeling this motor may be on its way out sometime soon. Yeah, that didn't sound good at all. Okay, so the main trunk light then, just like pretty much all the other lights, just pops out. So he says. Well, that didn't sound good. Ah, there we are. Pop the bulb out. Install the new LED. Cover can go back on. Yeah. And just reinstall it. Sorted. Now we have the more tricky of the 2. This one here. You can actually just remove the light casing itself, or you can remove the whole surround with it. I'm going to try and remove the whole thing. That came out a lot easier than what I thought, to be honest. Similar sort of story, you have a cover to remove. It just pops off. Old bulb can come out. And falls apart in the process, and then new LED can go in. All done. Go on. Okay then, so that should be us pretty much done now. Let's take a look inside. Yeah, much better with the white LEDs. Looks so much more modern. Now I know this thing needs a clean. I still haven't done like a deep interior detail yet. We'll be doing it soon though, so don't worry. Yeah, much better, isn't it? Much brighter as well. I mean, look at them footwell lights. They're much brighter. Of course we have the mirror lights as well. Oh, look at that. Wow, that is so bright. Hello. And of course we have the two in the boot as well. Now I'm not even going to try and lift that up because I have a feeling that the motor is on its last legs. It really does not sound good, does it? But yeah, obviously we've done those two as well. Okay then guys, so there we go. That is all of the interior lights and the trunk, the boot lights, those two done as well. Yeah, it's definitely not been the easiest of cars to do. I've done my BMW 1 Series, I've done a 3 Series, I've done a 5 Series, and yeah, 7 Series, as you can probably guess, has been the most challenging. You know, it's not a massive task by any means. I just really don't want to break any of the trim panels in this car because yeah, they're going to be pretty pricey to replace. But yeah, that's another job ticked off, I guess. You know, I'd recommend doing this to your BMW if you have not already. Yeah, in my opinion, it makes the car look a lot cleaner, a lot more modern. And yeah, it's useful as well to have, you know, brighter LEDs. Like I said, you know, they're physically brighter and they are more energy efficient as well. So in theory, you should be saving some MPGs, kind of, not really, but kind of. Yeah, I'm not gonna ramble on. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you have not already done so, and I will see you all in that next one. Peace.